Hi crafters, welcome back and thanks for joining me. This is Chana with Purple Girl Crafts. Today we're going to be making this pull tab angled slider card. So you can see on the inside, got this little raccoon who's blowing out the candles on the cake. And then when you close this, you just slide that tab right over that and it locks it in place so the card stays secure when it ships. All right, so let's get started. So first thing I'll do is I'll pop up all the pieces that you need. This card doesn't require a lot of pieces. You can refer back to this later, or you can stop the video here and get your paper ready. All right, so I've grabbed my scoreboard. Our first piece is going to be 7 by 11. On that 11-inch side, we're going to score this at 4.5 and 9. Then you want to take your pencil and just put a small mark at the 10-inch mark. That's just so we have a line or a guide for when we cut it. All right, then we need 2 pieces at 4.25 by 6.75. We'll need 2 pieces, and these are 2.25 at 6.75. We'll need 1 piece at 4.25 by 6.75. We'll need another designer piece at 4 by 6.5. So that's all the pieces that we need. So we're going to move our scoreboard and we're going to work just on the front piece of the card. So first I'm going to grab my trimmer and we're going to trim that piece off that we marked. So we're going to just cut from that mark down to that corner. And this will give you that little angled piece on the front of your card. So once you have it lined up, just cut that off. Then I'm going to flip this and I'm just going to take just a smidgen off the end. This way when this piece folds in, it won't get caught and the card won't be bulky. So it's just about a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch off. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this card and we're going to, this is the base, we're just going to fold all these in, increase out those folds. So this will be the design of the card. Then we're going to put on the layers. So we've got quite a few of them. So for the front of the card, we're going to have one of the polka dotted pieces. It's going to go on the front and the inside left side. Then we're going to put the polka dotted paper. The one's got the balloons at the bottom and then one at the top. So this piece will be on the front. And then the other piece will be on the inside. And then our 2 other pieces will be for our little flap. And we're going to work on those 2 pieces first. So I'm just going to take one of them and lay it on here. Make sure it's lined up and it's got that even border all the way around. Once I have that border the way I want it, I just close it on itself so it doesn't move. And then just grab a pencil and you're just going to do a pencil mark down that one side. And this will be where you're going to cut it or close to it. All right, so let me grab my trimmer again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that pencil line and we're not going to cut it on the line. We're going to go right to the other side of the track. So it's about 1/8 of an inch off. So I'm just going to line up the top and the bottom with that line on my trimmer. And this way you will have that edge on the other side of it instead of having to measure and remeasure. This is the easiest way to do it. I'm going to grab the card and I'll show you. So this will fit perfectly right in that spot and have a nice border all the way around. Then you want to take the other piece, make sure you've got them the right way. And once you have them lined up and you've got the insides facing each other, go ahead and make that mark. But this time you are going to cut this one because we've already cut the other one down to size. So you're going to cut this one on that line that you just drew. Right, that one will be on the front and then the other one will be on the inside. And so we'll move our trimmer out of the way. So we're first going to start by putting these pieces on. And on this piece, it's only going to be one layer because I didn't want it to get too bulky. I'm just making sure that's perfectly lined up. And then once you have them, you can use your bone folder just to push out that glue. Then we're going to put one of the red polka dotted on the left side. And then the paper with the balloons at the bottom, we'll put that one on the inside center of the card. Right, then for the front of the card, we're going to do the last two pieces. So I just flipped it over. We're going to take that red piece and we're going to glue the balloon paper on top of it. And then we'll glue this piece again. Make sure that you've got it on the right side for the top of the card, and then we'll just secure that piece down. Perfect. I'm just making sure it's all lined up and looks nice. Right, next, we're going to work on the little slit that we need to make. So I'm going to grab my ruler and a pencil. And I have this sign that says Make a Wish, and I didn't like the way it was, so I might use a different one. But our little raccoon, he's holding a candle. He is going to be on the front of the card. And so you just want to make sure that your character fits and the sign fits. Once you have where you want it, and you don't want it to be too low, just go ahead and put a line so you know exactly where you want the bottom of that to be. And then I'm just going to use the side of my trimmer or my cutting pad just to line this up. And I'm just going to draw a line. I'm not going to measure it right now. I'm just going to draw a line so I know that I've got a straight line on here so I can see how big I want it to be. And you want to make sure you don't go all the way to the edge. All right, that will look good. And then again, once the character's on here, it's going to have to pull. So it's going to have to pull all the way till he's released. So you do want it pretty close to that fold on the center of the card. Right now, if you're going to use pop dots, this is the best thing to use for this. You just want to make sure that you've got your slit wide enough to fit them. If you're using an octagon one or a different shape or square one, just make sure that it's wide enough for your piece. So I'm going to grab my trimmer and we're going to cut through this. And this is 3 layers. So you're going to have to cut it a couple of times if your trimmer isn't, strong enough to handle it, or your blade's not, brand new. So I'm just going to start on that line that I made. And we're just going to start that as my starting point. And we're going to start at 3.5. And then we're going to cut down to 1/2 inch. Then I'm just going to lay this down and I'm just going to go back and forth just a couple of times to make sure it's cut all the way through. Then you want to lift it up. And I'm going about 1/4 inch in because that's how big the dots are the foam dots I'm going to use. And I'm going to do the same thing, cutting from 3.5 down to 1/2. And then back and forth just to make sure I've got all that. Then you just want to turn it and just line up those lines on the ends, line them up with your trimmer, and then just go ahead and cut out that little box or rectangle. And again, I'm going to do it just a couple times just to make sure it cuts through. And then turn it just to make it easier. Line these up. And then cut between those 2 cut lines. And then you want to make sure that just comes out nice and easy. Don't pull it so you don't rip any of your paper. Right, so that's for the first piece, and then just go ahead and erase any pencil marks that you might have left over. And then take that inside flap, flap it, and fold it like this, and then take a pencil, and you just want to draw around that line because we need to cut that piece too. So we're going to cut the same thing out. We're going to use the trimmer again, or you can use a knife if you're not comfortable with using the trimmer. I probably have to turn this around so I can make sure I have it lined up. Right, so I'm just lining up that line that I drew. I need to turn this so I can see because I cannot see this. Making sure it's lined up, and then I'm just going to cut it, and I'm just going to go down to the end of the line that I made. I'm just using my finger just to stop it, just so I don't go too far. And then go to the other line and do the same thing. Just slowly do it so I don't cut too far. And then just turn it, and then go ahead and cut between those two lines again. You're going to cut where they line up. And now you've got your little slider and your little locking mechanism to keep the card closed. Okay, so now we're going to work on the design of the card. So I don't like to make a wish, so I'm going to use the happy birthday instead. And I'm just going to kind of lay him out, see where I want him. Because you want to make sure that when it pulls, you are pulling far enough. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. Because I don't like to make the wish on the front. So we'll put that on the inside, but I have another one just in case. All right, so let's just work on this piece first. So you just want to lay this down, and you want to lay it so that it's even with the edge of your card. And then you're just going to put 2 foam dots. I like 2 so it doesn't wiggle as much. And you want to put them kind of close together, but not too close together. And then we're going to put a birthday cake on here. And this is what's going to keep that piece from falling through the other side. So I'm going to try to lift this up just so I can turn it. I just want to make sure this doesn't show anything. If you do it like that, then it won't show when it's sliding back and forth. The red paper will show, but that's okay. All right, so that is still on there. And it's still lined up where I want it. The pop dots are all the way to the left. And then we're just going to take this and we're going to put it on. Just deciding how high or low I want it to go. I'll put it just a little bit lower. I'll go right about there. I'm just making sure that it still does close and everything's good, which it should. All right, I'm going to close this back up and we're going to work on the front right now. We're going to put the raccoon on the front. So I think I'd like him lower. So I think I'm going to put him right about here. I think it just looks a little bit better. And I also want to make sure he's not over the side. So I'm just kind of lining up where I'm going to put glue. And then just making sure he's straight and centered. And again, when you pull that, it'll pull. And then the cake will pull on the other side. You just kind of have to hold those down as you push through it, but it's fine. Yep, that works good. Right, for the inside of the card, We have another raccoon and he is blowing, like he's blowing the candles out. So he's going to stand right on Make-A-Wish. I'm going to put him right on the top of that sign. I was going to put up on the top of the card, but he looked like he was floating in air. So I'm just making sure he's got enough glue on him, just secure him down. And then I'm adding a couple candles, just extra ones that I have, just around the side. And I know you're supposed to do things in 3, but I don't like this candle where it's at. I mean, that would be kind of cute. So I don't think I'm going to use that one right now. I might decide to put it on later, but for right now, I'm just going to stop. Right, then I'm going to go ahead and stamp Slide Me on the front and also an arrow pointing to the left. And then we'll grab just a couple of gems, and I'm just going to put just a couple of red gems around. And that is it. That is the angled slider card that we made today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Designs will be in the August folder. And until next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.